Now, despite numerous administrative challenges faced by the ANC in the Free State, its regional conference is going ahead this week. This will be followed by the provincial conference next week. Moloko Moloto is tracking the story for us and joins us this morning. Moloko, good morning. We understand that 2 regional conferences will sit this weekend out of the 5.
Oh yes, Mfundo, there was actually a meeting of the ANC's interim provincial committee yesterday in Bethlehem, and among some of the issues they agreed on is that the 2 of the 5 regions in this province must actually sit for their regional conferences this weekend. This is Mangaung, which obviously includes the city of Bloemfontein, but also Lejwe-Leputswa, that involves towns such as Welkom. The other 3, according to Oupa Khwabane, that I spoke to, who speaks for the ANC's interim provincial committee, this is Harib, Thabo Mofutsanyana, as well as, I beg pardon, I forget the other one, but those 3 will only happen after a decision is taken on Thursday, when the IPC will be meeting to decide on when they are going to be sitting. But he did point out that chances are that they may even have to sit after the provincial conference, which he says is going to be sitting. And the meeting that was meeting yesterday decided that it has to sit from the 2nd to the 4th of December. So just to paraphrase, the Lejwe-Leputswa as well as Mangaung Regional Conference will sit this weekend, and the provincial conference will sit from the 2nd to the 4th of December.
And what is the IPC's sentiment around unity? Because constantly they've been speaking of great divisions within the party broadly and them needing to build it from the ground up now. Are they satisfied with what they're taking into their provincial conference? Is it a more united political party?
Not at all, Mfundo. The ANC structures in this particular province are actually disintegrated, and they are dysfunctional to a large extent. And this has been an admission even by the party president when he was here for the Letsema campaign of the ANC, that they had to work this particular structure that was put in place by the ANC National Executive Committee, had to work on reviving those structures, the branches in the main, and ensure that it prepared them for the upcoming conference. But we have seen some of the members of the ANC in this province taking the party to court. For instance, some of them have been arguing that the mandate of the very same interim structure in the province and even in regions have lapsed, calling on their dissolution. And this is not surprising, because in some instances we have seen even in other provinces where interim structures were put in place, the very same members of the interim structure often would want to contest for the upcoming conference. So that already tells you that there will always be interest, and because they would be contesting among themselves, there will be people, particularly in branches, who would be unhappy with how some of the processes are being conducted. And obviously, in this particular province, it's been very difficult for this interim structure to unite the branches. But they would argue that, considering where they come from, they have really worked very hard to try towards the unity of the ANC here.